I'm just waiting for people to come in. I'm actually eating supper. I ain't got back a while ago. This is the second live stream I done ate on. I'm eating some barbecue and some macaroni and cheese that I cooked. What's going on, Scott? I'm eating some macaroni and cheese and some barbecue. I'm not on the road tonight. I'm out. I'm home. I'm supposed to be out somewhere. I'll do one at night. I do one at midnight. The only bad thing about it, at midnight, some cemeteries I had to go to a church and do like a cemetery in in the middle of the country somewhere because I went to a church. I went to one today and they had um signs up that said no one allowed after a certain time or will be arrested for trespassing. I'm not scared. I enjoy it. The ones that you got to worry about is the ones still walking. It's not. I feel at peace in a cemetery. That kind of sounds crazy, but there's yeah. What's up, buddy? Hey, I apologize about that the other night. I went to start a stream and I was trying out this new headphones. It has a microphone on it, and I was wondering. I did it. I did it for a purpose, just to make sure I could hear myself. So I started it, ended it, and then played it back, and I was able to hear myself. So what's up? I get go back to work Monday. I can't wait. My videos are taking a hit. My trucking videos are. Yeah, the ones I'm not worried about the ones behind tombstones. I ain't worried about that. Okay. I've been kind of like a vacation, I guess. I I've been out since the Super Bowl. Well, the day after the Super Bowl, because I called in that Monday, and I feel like it's something all the time. And yeah, I know some people are gonna say, "Wasn't you eating on your last video? On your last live stream?" Yeah, I was. I apologize about that one. I accidentally let my phone die. So I'm doing it on a computer now. Hey, there's three or four of y'all in here. How about hitting the like button? Helps this video out a lot. So what's everybody doing this weekend? I know Buddy said he's going on vacation. All right, David. I love me some peanut butter cookies. Man. Mm. You know what I tried? At one time, I was at me and my wife went to Dairy Queen. For some reason, I asked them to put um I peanut butter in my ice cream. Now that's the only way I want it now. That's the only way I want it was some ice or peanut butter in my ice cream. Yeah, it's too windy to fish. I'm Me and my brother found if you watched that video I did, my brother was there. He didn't talk, but he was in it. We found a good spot to go fishing. Hopefully, hopefully we can hopefully there's something in there. Cause ain't nobody I don't think nobody's fished that pond in a while. I hadn't tried that yet. The one in Lugoff that gets under my skin, which I understand that's a business deal. I understand that. Is the Twisted Pig. They went out of business. I think they're in business in Sumter. I don't think they're in business in um, Lugoff anymore. Yeah, I gotta get me I gotta get me something to clear some land. The only thing I got is a chainsaw and a couple of axes. Which I mean, we me and my cousin cleared off a lot of land with a chainsaw. I got a 20-inch Husqvarna 465 Farm Boss, and or is it not the Farm Boss, Rancher. Farm Boss is the the steel, but we cleared off, cleared out a road behind my house. We cleared it off with this. He had a Poland 18-inch, and I had that 20-inch, and also I got a 16-inch that my daddy gave me as a steel. So it fell off the back of somebody's truck. What's going on, Courtney? Oh, from Oklahoma. I've been out there before. Not with YouTube, driving a truck. Yeah, we got a tractor too. We got a New Holland 165. It's my daddy's tractor, but we still use it. But yeah, I've been out to Oklahoma. I stayed in Oklahoma City before. The company I was driving for had a terminal. Oh God, I cannot remember the terminal number. I don't remember how to get to it anymore. It was right down the road from the Hobby Lobby. It was right there where the Hobby Lobby main office is. Mm, I like that. Son went to basic training in Oklahoma at Fort. Uh, I don't know where that was at. Is he in the army? Because I know Paris Island and San Diego are Marine bases. Oh, I tell you what, David, you talking about the um, lemon drop? Let me tell you, you need to try the lemon drop cake or lemon cake at Walmart. It is so good. Mm. You only get like a little piece of it. It's got a white icing on it. And I think it's like for like $1, $2 or something. And oh my goodness, I will get those little cakes. Oh, I can eat about. I shouldn't do it, but I could probably eat about 10 of them. The things are so good. Me and my wife likes the brownie bites. The brownie bites at Walmart. Now sometimes they'll have them with nothing on them. Like this month or last month, they had heart shaped candy on them. Those were good. Those were good. Okay, it's artillery base. Okay. And I'll say this. I hope y'all enjoyed my Oak Island. Oh, okay. My wife's family's got a house in Holden. I'm sorry. They got a house. My wife's family's got a house on Coastal Retreat in Supply. It's actually Supply, but it's like 2 miles off the beach. So, Courtney, did you know? Um, I knew him because he was one of my subscribers. Detective Mo. What's going on, Charlie? From Piedmont, South Carolina. I was up your way this week. Not Piedmont, but I was up in Spartanburg. I went to I went did a uh, video on the Spartanburg downtown. I stayed in the van since the doctor released me. Yeah, I did this. Oh, I know exactly where you are. Exit 35. That's where the pilot is. I know exactly where that's at. I go to that pilot all the time on 85. I stayed at the Loves at 32. I think it's 32. Not too long ago. That's where my best videos came from. Is that Loves? Or I cooked mushroom Swiss hamburgers. That video's got almost 30,000 views. Yeah, you just let me know. Oh, what? When is it? Do you know when it is, buddy? I'll go to it. There's a guy in Camden that is keep asking me to come to his. It's Piedmont. It's Piedmont Wrestling, I think it is. And one of the guys at our church, he used to go to our church. There was two guys that they became friends. One of them had a wrestling ring from the Great Moolah. I know you know her, buddy. The guy bought, I think he bought the wrestling ring from her before she passed away. And they have a wrestling promotion in Camden at the American Legion. So they want me. They've been asking me to come down. I just hadn't had a chance to. A piece of bone. Mm. No, I don't run out of Lawrence. I run out of Payson. I run out of Payson. It's a grocery DC. I haven't had crescent bread. Are you talking about the crescent rolls? The crescent bread? Yeah, I know you said you've been to her house, but that you told Scott that you know her. Okay. But yeah, he passed away this year. Um, Detective Mo. He passed away a couple weeks, about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I remember you was telling me that, buddy. I've been went back and watched some of your matches on YouTube. I remember, I remember y'all coming to Lancaster now. It was over at the Ronnie Queen Ford. Oh, I want to go on a cruise. I seen what you was saying at the very end, David. I want, I will, man, I would love to go on a cruise. The only bad thing is a cruise you can't upload. I think you had to pay an extra so much money an hour for Wi-Fi, and I just don't do that. I'm not going to. I just have to do it like I'm doing now, or record a bunch of videos and have them uploaded the week I'm on a cruise and film, then come home and upload all those. Yeah, I'd love to go on a cruise. Yeah, man, I'll tell you right now, bro, I love cooking. I hope y'all have enjoyed my cooking videos. Um, I enjoy doing those. I try to make it entertaining. I'm not the best at it. Okay. If I go on a cruise, it's going to be for a week or so. I'm going to go on a cruise. I'm going to go about 7 days. Mm, yeah, I want a drone. Yes. I've been looking at them. The DJI. I think it's a DJI. That's the one I looked at. Now, I heard on a cruise, David, that they have a one night, just everything is chocolate. They have chocolate, like anything you want. Not mushrooms, marshmallows. I had somebody tell me the best one to go with is Norwegian. I don't know because I ain't never been on a cruise. Yeah, yeah, the Mavics. Is that the DJI, buddy, or is that the different style of a different company? I mean, and y'all, I apologize for eating while I'm on here, but I had got back 6:30 or 6:15, and I had to go over and hold my niece. I got to see next Wednesday should be a month old. So yeah, I should have went ahead and come home, but yeah, I want to go over and hold her. My wife gets on me all the time because she's only 4 pounds, 4 pounds and 12 ounces, I think. I mean, she is so tiny. The clothes they got her won't even hardly. Um, the clothes they got her, the preemie clothes, are swallowing her. Yeah, that's what I want. I want a 7 day. I don't want no 3 day. Mr. Dig. I've never heard of him. I have to check him out. Is on YouTube. I got my phone here. I'll look him up right quick. Yeah, I got a good new phone. Oh, this thing's a pain. I can't record with it, which I like recording with my phone. Okay. Oh, that would be that. Yeah, I'd like. He got his own landfill, man. That is some treasure out there to go metal detect. I don't get to do it often. He says he's out of Graniteville. I'm looking him up right quick. Is it Mr. DIGG? Because the one I see that has 50 something thousand subscribers. Oh, he's got his own shop. He's got his own YouTube shop. Okay, I got him. I appreciate it. I'll subscribe to him. I like this kind of stuff. Driving excavators and bulldozers. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. I appreciate it. I'll have to check him out sometime. Yeah, my daddy used to have his own business, rock drilling and blasting. Yeah, I used to love that. It was so fun because you get there early in the morning and you start. I was a drill operator, and I would set up the shot. We was shooting for blasting rock for trenches, where they put pipes down, and I'd set up the shot. I'd drill it. My daddy and my brother would come behind me and load it. And at the very end of the day, that's when we shot this dynamite off. It was so easy. But my daddy ran into this guy that was a jerk that didn't want to have to pay nobody. There was another company out of Piedmont. I think it was Piedmont Drilling and Blasting that was there. And actually ran them out of business because the guy didn't want to pay nobody. He was a jerk. Now, things come back to haunt you, or things come back to bite you. He went, he's out of business now. He's his business building was up there in York on 321 beside the bank. And now I think there's a trucking company there now. If you look his business up, you can't find him nowhere. I tried looking him up on Google a couple of years ago, and you cannot find anything about him. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you this, buddy. I went to a town today or yesterday. Cow pens. Those videos gonna be coming out too. It's like I was saying a while ago. Went to a town in Cowpens. They had a abandoned mill. Now, only thing that was standing was the tower, smokestack, and a couple walls. You don't know how bad I was wanting to get behind that fence. Oh my goodness, I was wanting to get back there and just go exploring. They had like a 12-foot fence up around it. But yeah, since the doctor released me, I went and slept in the van. I left the house, went over and ate with my brother Wednesday night, and I left there. Well, she lives right beside of me. I left there and I drove to Spartanburg Slept in the van Wednesday night. Got up and did 7 videos. Went to the Flying J's last night. Stayed there, took a shower. Got up this morning and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more videos a day. And I do that. Some of those videos are cemeteries. And I do that a lot. Y'all had to realize now some of my cemetery videos are pre-recorded. I mean, I go out to cemeteries and I'll film 8 or 9 videos. And the reason I do that because I told my wife those are filler videos. I got my trucking videos that I do each week. And then I go like if we go out to eat somewhere and I do a restaurant review on a restaurant and the towns. But the cemeteries are filler videos that I can just add in anywhere. That's the reason I got so many right now. I've got one of my cameras has got a 128 gig hard drive or SD card in it, and it's only got like three hours left of recording on it. My Sony camera has a 512 in it, and it's down. It was 20 hours. Now it's down to 13 hours and I think it's 13 hours and 5 minutes. It shows me on the camera how much it is. But that's the reason I went out this week. I said, I'm going to take advantage of it. And I really wish that I could, record every day. I can't do it because I work. But yeah, I want to go down there to the old mill in the rapids. Now, I will say this. The videos that are um if you see a lot of Saturdays, what I'll do if I'm going to a comic conventions or a festival that I can upload that day, it won't be uploaded at 3 o'clock like my other videos. It's simple, I'm out doing the video. And when I get home, that's when I upload it. Like last weekend, I went to the Curiosities and Oddities and Curiosities Expo. And that video didn't get uploaded till 10 o'clock that night because I was working on, I was working on a little stuff, or I had to edit it, export it, then upload it. That's the reason if you see a lot of my videos come out on Saturdays and they're later videos, that's the reason why I'm out filming them. Then I got to come home, edit, do all the other stuff. I've done that too, buddy. I've done that. I've uploaded or done 5 videos um in one spot because I can be somewhere like I'd have to go back through look at my videos, but oh, I know which one it was. We was at the beach, and the one I did the tour around the park in Southport. I was already filming another video while I did that one. That's when I was using my phones. I was filming on one phone, one video. The next, it got kind of confusing because you got to think about what to say on one video. You don't want to mess up and do something, say the wrong thing in the other video. It's kind of hard. Now, like if I do a town tour now, I done a couple last 2 days, and I'm adding not really restaurant reviews in it. Um, I'm not adding restaurant reviews. What I'm adding in is trying to help the business out. I'll add in their card. I'll give them um, I'll give them a shout out in the video. I done that today. This lady asked me to come in. I was filming, and this lady was standing there. She was opening the door when I walked by, and she said, "Oh, you want to come inside? Please come inside." And I walked in there, and she goes, and I said, "Look," I said, "Do you mind me filming?" So no, 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 no. I encourage it. I enjoy that because she knows that the videos gonna have eyes watching. They could have people watching in that area that could go buy from her. It's like I told her, I can go to a town. Some towns you go to, you can tell. You can tell right away. And I said this in a video I finished today, the third video I did. You can tell when you go into a town and there's no benches, there's no bicycle racks. It's not sound crazy to some people, but and there's no monuments. It's just really telling you, keep moving. I mean, I know some towns. I hate to say it, I know some towns like that. They're right around here too. Not gonna name no names. I thought about I want to go to a fishing show. Yes, the Bassmasters. I would love to go to a fishing show. I'd love to go to a boating show. I'm laughing because that comment. Do you believe in the lizard man? I, I don't know. I have heard that since I was what happened in 88, 86 to 88, 89, somewhere around in there. I don't know. You hear a lot of folklore. You hear about Bigfoot and this. I don't know. A lot of people said they believe in it. I went to the I went to the Lizard Man Stomp last year. It was so hot. Oh my god, it was hot. It was like 100 degrees, and it was like uh the heat index was like over 105. So it felt like 110 out there. Yeah, my daddy. We had movies. Yes, we've had horses. We had my daddy had two, three, two. Had Clyde and God, I can't remember the other one's name. I don't remember his name. He was old. He had a heart attack. Me and my sister was at the house. He was like 25 years old. Big boy or something like that. I can't remember his name. But he had a heart attack. So I walked up to him and I touched him and he was shivering and he was ice cold, man. He was sweating like crazy. And so we called the vet and they said he's having a heart attack. All right, man. Yeah, we'll get up a couple of weeks. No, we didn't. But yeah, buddy, we'll get up in a couple of weeks. See, I'd love to go up there. I still would love to go into the place that you and Adam went. The I don't know if I'm Springs Park. I think it was. Anyway, I want to go up there. I would love to go up there. No, we never found out who was messing around up there. What's going on, Marcus? I enjoyed the show this past Tuesday. Mm. If y'all like comic books, like comic book talks, a podcast talks about nothing but comic books. Marcus on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. What was it, 8 o'clock till 9? I think. Circumstances has a great podcast. You go in there and listen to your favorite comic books. Oh yeah, anytime, man. Like I said, I want to come. I want to come in there and join y'all one week since I finally got me a pair of headphones. It was. I'm getting better. I'm able to look at lights and not be able to feel sick. There for a while, I was looking at light. I could look at a light and feel like I was going to throw up. It was hard. Or my eyes, I was jumping all over the place. It felt like I was disconnected. It felt like I was disconnected from the reality. If you know what I mean. That was rough. I the thing about it, a concussion, you can eat, you can, you don't. Well, the first 2 days. Let's say it this way: the first 2 days, you will feel like you're about to throw up. You'll feel so sick. Lights will make you sick. Uh, Nauseous all the time. And after that goes away, then sets in the where you feel like you disconnected and headache. I didn't have a headache. I had a little bit of dizziness, but the main one was I felt like I was 100 miles away from my body. It's kind of hard to for somebody that had never have felt that. It's kind of hard to explain how that feels. It's it's a feeling that I do not I hate it. I purely hate it. But I have had so many concussions, falling off four wheelers, get hit in the head with baseballs, get hit with baseball. I got hit in the head with a baseball bat. A fella falling, right, fell off the lawnmower. I borrowed my cousin's lawnmower, and I was yeah, I forgot the seat was broke on it. When I went to take off, it shot it, it shot me off the back of it, and I landed on my head. And that one, I laid there for like 30 minutes. That one, I got really mad. Oh my goodness, I got so mad with that one. That one was totally different. I was, I had a lot of rage in that one. Now, it's not because of me. It's not because of, you know, I wasn't mad. It was just making me feel that way because of having a concussion. That one was weird. I had one time. The only thing I want to do was sleep. It's the only thing I wanted to do. You know that video that I did with the macaroni and cheese? It was only took me 3 hours to do that video because I was I thought it was supposed to take like 4 hours, 5 hours to cook it. But when I walked away from it, I could actually smell the macaroni, and I was like, "Oh, I think it's burning." And I went over and looked at it, and I moved the macaroni with a spoon, and it was getting starting to. So that's the reason I went ahead and put the cheese in it last, and went ahead and cut it back, and then you can do all different types of macaroni and cheese with that one. or different recipes. I think I'm done. Mm, I am. The only thing that's been hurting me this week has been my neck, where I landed on my right shoulder. That night, I could not move my neck nowhere. It hurt so bad. I couldn't move it. Every time I go to move it, it hurts so bad. I had to just let it sit there. And I do not remember any of it. Oh, I remember a little bit. Maybe I don't even remember. Really, I don't remember what the final score was from the game. And I got to apologize to them when I go back Monday because I don't know what I said. I don't remember what I said when I called in. Oh yes, yeah, Tony. I love to do some homemade chili. Yes, I would love to do some homemade hot dog chili. I never had collard wraps. Never had anything like that. I I got to move my computer right quick. I don't get that. I don't do too many wraps. I don't like. I don't like them at Subway. I think I've done one or couple. A chicken wrap is okay. I'm not too much into um wraps. I'm more into hamburgers. I hate to say it. I'm a sucker for a good hamburger. That's the reason I do. Yeah, they still doing the burger of the month. I just hadn't been back down there. I just hadn't been back down there lately. 'Cause I think I've done all 12 of them. Because they do 12. And I think they changed it, which I need to go back down there because I think they changed it up. Yeah, I hope it don't either. I hope it don't either. I just have to do, what the doctor tells me to do. Like I said, this one made me feel like I was 100 miles from my body. For somebody that don't, it's never had a concussion. That is so weird to say. I kind of don't like spring roll. Now I love egg rolls. I love egg rolls. I'm not too much into spring rolls. But I was telling my wife the reason I'm doing this live tonight is because I was supposed to be in the van this weekend, I'm supposed to be in Wilmington, North Carolina, for the Coastal Comic Con. Oh, since that didn't happen, I said I'm just going to do it here at the house. Yeah, that's what it felt like, an out of body experience. But I'm in, as I'm moving around, I'm doing everything. I just don't like that. Oh God, I don't like that feeling. And I found out that because I've had so many in the past, that I can sit here and um I can have symptoms just on the spur of the moment. And it just I can't help it. I can be sitting here and all of a sudden I feel like I'm about to pass out and the room spins, or I get that feeling again like I've got a out of body experience. I just it's crazy. Yeah, I'm coming back. Actually, I gotta go pick my wife up. She said her family is in Salisbury. I actually did some cemeteries while I was up there. I was up there last week, and I actually did some cemeteries while it was snowing. I did two. I did two. Well, cross it. Which one is it? Crescent Hill Cemetery and right in Salisbury. I did that one, and it was snowing while I was filming. I got to hurry up and edit those and upload them because that looked really weird. Because I was ending the video and it was just steadily snowing. And the bad thing about it, I had used my I had used my battery charger for my Action 4 camera, and I had it plugged in, and that's the only thing I was worried about was they are um okay. I was in China Grove Monday at what's it called? There's two cemeteries beside a big church. There's a white church behind it. Green Green Lawn. I think it's Green Lawn Cemetery. I did two videos, four, let's see, three videos there across the street. I didn't go over there where the other part was, where the what's it called? The newer part. I was over beside where the church is. I came right through China Grove twice. Well, let's see. Yeah, twice. Well, the weekend that we came up, or we went up last Wednesday, and I drove up through, turned right there at Gary's barbecue, went to the stoplight, then turned back to the right, and go up to that next light, and then we turn left and get on 29. What's going on, Lancaster, South Carolina? I got some stuff I got to still do in Lancaster. I want to go to the um 521 barbecue downtown. I want to do a review there. I still got some of the West Side Cemetery to do. Uh, Markets on Main. I'd love to do the consignment shop there on Main Street. I'd love to go do that. I just hadn't had a chance. Okay, are you out of town? I was just got back myself this 6:30 or 6:15. I went in Spartanburg and I stayed up in there that area. Come back down to Gastonia, Benford Brewing. Where is that at? Is that in Lancaster? I had never heard of that one. I had to go check it out. Hold up, is it over there where the old on Grace Avenue? Oh, I can't remember the name of that place. It was when Springs was open. We used to go over there all the time. 'Cause I used to work at the Bleachery. We used to go over there all the time at oh god, it's a restaurant right there where Memorial Park cuts goes off. There's a and the convenience store is in the corner in the middle. Then it's the next it's like a bar. Okay, it's on a farm. I pass by Springs a night, the Bleachery. I would love to go in that building. Oh my goodness, I would love to do a video in there. No, they probably wouldn't let me. I used to work there. I worked there from 98 till 2007. Yeah, David, only that I appreciate that. It's hopefully someone could specialize. Yeah, I got to get I got to get in touch with, somebody that knows how to deal with help me with, sometimes with the I did I hadn't that's might sound crazy, but I've watched Dale Jr.'s podcast. He's talked about it. He's talked about um um he went to a doctor and he helped him out a lot because he said his was so bad that his eyes he could not focus on anything. His concussions were so bad. Mine, I'm getting where I can focus on stuff. It's just when I first had this one, the lights made me feel like I was going to get sick. Yeah, me and there's another YouTuber in here. We talked about that. Well, I would love to go up there to Springs Park. but they got a security camera on that um where the pool was, because there was a guy went up there and jumped off and killed himself. So they went and pushed that diving board over in the pool. But yeah, man, I would love to go inside that spring, the old bleachery. I know. Think I've heard it's got a lot of asbestos in it. I don't want I don't understand that. That Springs Park is there's nothing there anymore. They had taken up all the rides. The only thing that was there was the pool, the diving board, which I can understand pushing the diving board in so nobody else would do that. But I just don't understand. Because the other YouTuber that's in here said that they found the railing from the parking lot all the way down to the. Hey, buddy, you still in here? You can tell a little bit better. I tell you what, David, I think that's my next town that I do. It's Laurinburg. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I come up there. Right now, I've got a lot of them that I did this last 2 days. So y'all be watching out for those videos. Yeah, they did that. I'm going to a Comic Con in um, Concord, Mini Concord. It's called MiniCon, and they have that MiniCon inside of a old bleachery like building. It's kind of like what they did in Rock Hill. They also took part of the building, turned it into a 5-star restaurant, the Gibson Mill. I think that's the name of it. Then they took part of the back part where the warehouse was, where the warehouse is, and they made that into a gigantic thrift store. I walked in that thing and I got lost. I could not find my way out of that thing. It was so big. It was room after room after room after room. And the stuff they had in there, I was like, oh my goodness. I found I did get a French fry cutter. Oh yeah, it's a Gibson Mill. That's the name of it. It's in um Concord. And then the bottom of it, the basement, the back of it, they turned that into an auto barn. That's an auto barn. That's crazy. You walk in there and they got like cars in there that's $70,000 for a 1965 Impala, and these cars are fixed up. They got trucks in there, old trucks, Ford, the old Ford 100s. I mean, these trucks is never, they don't have a speck of dirt on them. I mean, these, now they do have some newer cars. I seen a Hellcat. They had a Hellcat in there, a Challenger. That thing was like 70,000, $77,000. They had a General Lee, or a Challenger, or Charger, a 1969 Charger, but it wasn't painted like the General Lee. It was black. And it had the blower at the hood. They wanted like $70,000 for that car. But yeah, you'd have to go. That thing is, I mean, you talking about nice. I wish they done that around here with a lot of these meals, which I know they can't do it because the meals are got asbestos in them. And I believe that's the reason they tore down. Um, I believe that's the reason they tore down the Lancaster plant and the Kershaw plant, because they knew they had asbestos in it. Oh yeah, yeah, that's rich people toys. You know what though? I got to say this: Springs really hurt Lancaster County. I mean, they really destroyed. I mean, there's really not a big time manufacturer in Lancaster County anymore. There's not. I mean, I can't think of any kind of plant that's in Lancaster County that had, that kind of took the place of Springs. That's where I really believe myself. Because, or no, there's one up in Duracell, but I think it's then kind of like closed over on the bypass. It's something else, and I don't even think it's open anymore. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of other plants around. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There it is. I forgot about that. Right there across from Mid Carolina Taxes. There's a plant right there. I forgot about that plant. Now, y'all getting in Lancaster, y'all getting a Mighty Wash right there beside of the old used to be the Valvoline, right directly right down the road from the Lancaster Motors. Y'all getting a Mighty, we used to be with Mighty Wash, but now we with I can't even, Tidal Wave. I think it's Tidal Wave Spa is who we with now. I like the reason we went to Tidal Wave from um Mighty Wash. It was in Lugolf. The reason we moved because there's more tidal waves than anything around this area. They done built one in Fort Mill, right in front of Steve's seafood, which I got to go do a review on. I just like it a whole lot better. Yeah, I went through Indian Land when I came home from my wife's Monday, and I was like, oh, I said, my grandma has always said that one day Charlotte will be in South Carolina. And she didn't lie. She did not lie one bit. Because I remember where the old Springs plant was. As soon as you went around the curve, there was a Springs plant on the right or left. Well, they didn't tore that down, and it's nothing but HOA houses and doctors' offices now. And right there uh, where the Mason Lodge was, if you remember, it went down to two lanes. And the only way to get to Charlotte was through Pineville because at the time there was no 485. And when it went up there, it didn't keep going straight to Ballantyne. It kind of cut. There was two big old huge houses up on top of the hill. It went around the curve, then it went down the hill. No, I remember going to my uncle lived in Pineville. See, I don't like those 300K and 200K neighborhoods because it ain't nothing but a HOA. And when you get a HOA, you selling your rights away because they tell you what you can do. They tell you where you can, what lights to put up for Christmas. I just don't care for that. And the reason I don't like it, one reason I don't like it is because when they bring the house, me and my daddy was on a job one day blasting up in Lake Wiley, and they brought a house in, and this house they had poured the concrete and let the concrete set. They brought this house on a truck, and they had a crane there, and that crane would pick up a piece of the house, put it down, they'd screw it in, go back get another piece. Now I mean, these were walls, these were sheetrock and everything. And by that night or that next day, that house was built. Oh, I live in Kershaw. I live down here in off Flat Rock Road, and I am not. I talked about leaving one time. I did. I got kind of mad myself because Jake Long, Cam Newton cost us that Super Bowl. I still can't forgive him for that. What's going on, Everett? But what was I talking about? Still living down here. I just can't. I just can't. Oh yeah, your trailer got stolen in Kershaw. You talking about a pull behind trailer on a truck? Are you talking about a house trailer? No, we have had people. Or one guy did break in our house back in 2016. Wow. But we did have one guy break in our house and stole the TV, a 50-inch plaza. It was the old plasma screens. He stole a 50-inch TV, one of my bases, um, a box of hamburgers, a pound of sausage, and all of our money. We had money in coin jars. We had different coin jars set up, quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies, and he went and took all of it and messed on my wife's side of the bed, messed her side of the bed up. I believe the sorry sucker laid in bed. I did get one of my bases back. I did get that. I did get that back. But I told that police officer, "Oh yeah, I know exactly who he was." I told that police officer, I said, "I'm gonna let you know right now. The next daggone time he comes in my daggone house, you won't have to worry about him. If I catch him in my house again, you won't have to worry about him because I'm gonna put some holes in him." And I had police officers like, "Well, as long as he's in the house, if he falls out the door, you better make sure you grab him and drag him back in the house." And I went and got right after that happened. I went and got me another. I went and got me a gun. I got me a or a pew pew. I mean, I better say pew pew. I got me a 45. I didn't go with no 9. I didn't go with no kind of little Glock 19. I went with a 1911, a Taurus 1911 45. Got a 5.5 inch barrel. Yeah, we hear y'all all the time out there at the racetrack. You can go uptown. You go uptown in Kershaw at the grocery store, or you can go, here at the house. We hear those motorcycles. You hear the most of the time it's the little little 4-cylinder cars, and sometimes you do have the NASCARs running out there. Now, that's really loud when they have um those V8s. Those are really loud. Oh, you talking about Lancaster? Are you talking about Lancaster Speedway? Yeah, I heard that too, Robin. I just want to let you know. I'm sorry. This is, I think, South Carolina's a stand your ground state. I hate to say it. You want 45 is kind of like a shotgun. You ain't gonna walk away from that. May walk away from a nine or a Glock 19 or something like that, but because I got the hollow points, I got the 235 or 230 grain hollow points. That's the only that's the only that's the only ones I got in the magazine. Yeah, I want to come up to Lancaster. I'd love to come up there to do a race. Yeah, I don't understand how anybody can live in those. I want to be careful how I say this. Those other states. I'll say it that way. I'll just say it that way. I just don't understand how people can live in those, like Chicago and uh, California. Oh my God, I've been out there a few times, and it was aggravating. Yeah, I've been up New York. I've been up to New York. I don't like it. Only thing I liked about New York and New Jersey was the turnpike. Now I did love going through the turnpike. You know, you ride up to the um what's those the service plazas. I did like stopping in those service plazas. The one I didn't like was the last one before the GW Bridge. That one was aggravating because the cops are sitting there all the time and run truck drivers off. We'd sit there and um we would they come up to my truck, told me I couldn't stay there. I had to find another spot to park. If you know you know what I'm talking about. It's the last service plaza before you get to the GW Bridge. This is crazy. I mean, I actually jackknifed in Buffalo. When I first got my CDLs, we was in Buffalo, New York, and I was going to pick up a load, and I was empty. Nobody told me that you could not hit the brakes on it, and I didn't know what I was doing. I hit the brakes on a daggone snow, and I was empty. That daggone trailer got away from me and ran up on the side of the it hit the side of the sidewalk. Didn't go up on the sidewalk, but it hit it. I don't know, Tony. I'll have to I want to do some videos on some. I want to learn how to make potato wedges, like um Loves, or who's it? Not Loves, Chester's. I want to learn love. I would love to learn how to make those types of potato wedges. Yeah, I've been to DC. I've been there twice. Been to DC. Let's see. Walked around the Smithsonian Aeronautical, or the Air and Space Museum. Walked around 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Walked around Ford's Theater. Walked into the house that Abraham Lincoln died in. Walked around the World War II Memorial, the Reflecting Pool, Arlington Cemetery. Seen JFK's grave, Robert Kennedy's grave. We went inside of the Capitol building. It was DC is a different place. I seen the veteran, the Vietnam Wall, the Thomas Jefferson Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. I'm trying to think. I know we hit up all of them. When I said 1600, I meant the White House. We've been inside the White House. The only part they won't let you go into is the West Wing. We went in the East Wing and we went in the Oval Office, but they had like it roped off. You could only walk so far. Oh, I went. You was talking about Sandy? I went during Hurricane. What was which one was it? Helen in 2011, when all that flooding was up there. Man, we sit in traffic for 10 hours. No, it was 12 hours. We sat in traffic for 12 hours on I-90 outside of Syracuse. I can't remember what hurricane that was, because I know Vermont flooded and New York flooded. Yeah, Robin, I want to learn how to put a crust on them. That's what I want. I want to be able to put like a crust. Oh, the best fries? Whataburger. Whataburger in Texas. They got the best fries. That's my opinion. I like McDonald's fries. They okay. Burger King, Wendy's is kind of like Burger King fries, but Whataburger. Mm. As a matter of fact, I had Whataburger this yesterday. They moved a Whataburger of to Spartanburg. There's three up there. Yeah, I love Soundgarden. Black Hole Sun. That's my favorite song. Pizza toppings. One pizza that I really love is pepperoni and pineapple, and then I got to have my um, supreme and meat lovers. Yeah, yeah. My that truck can run an air fryer. Okay, I have to try that sometime. I want an air fryer for the truck. Now the truck's has like I think like an 1800 watt. It's a big one, but the only thing it says 1800 watt, but I'll hook my microwave up, my little 700 watt microwave, and the inverter starts acting up. It'll start acting when we want to cut off. You got to crank the truck up and let it run for the microwave to work right. You know, I've heard that you can the way to make them is you got to put um, water. You got to dip them in water first, and then put them in the flour, and then put them in the grease. Kind of like kind of like you would do. Chicken is already moist, and pork chops are kind of moist, or boneless pork chops. It'd be the same kind of way that you would do it. Well, the thing about it, a truck might drive in the snow, but I don't. I mean, it does well if I'm loaded. That's the thing about it. You want to have about 40,000 pounds under you in the snow. You don't want to be out there empty. You do not want to be empty. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. If I put it in the air fryer, you can't. It can't be. I see what you're saying. If you're battering it, yeah, you can't put it in the air fryer. Oh, that question's hard. That's hard. The truck or the auto or 18 speed. Oh my god. I've never drove an 18 speed. I have driven a 13 speed. I love that. I had a Freightliner one time. It had 13 speed in it. I loved it. You go in the mountains, you don't even have to downshift to go up the mountain. There's a little red button on the side of your shifter. You just pat the fuel one time and flip that red button, and it'll drop it back down. Then you do it again once you get down to slower gear, slower speed. You patch your fuel again, hit that selector, it'll drop it. You don't even have to pull it out of gear. Oh, yeah. I love the 13 speeds. Yeah, it's useless in the snow. Either bobtail or empty. If you got to drive in the snow, if you get caught out somewhere and you got to get to somewhere to park, the best way to do it is go slow. Go extremely slow. You want to go. You want to go twice as say the speed limit's 55, or this saying if it's everybody else is doing 45 in the snow, you want to do about 35 to 25. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I'm asking. Okay, an automatic. I cannot believe I'm saying that. An automatic. I like the Cummins. Don't get me wrong. I like the Cummins and the Internationals. Well, we call them Internationals because those things, transmissions, and blowed up in about every one of the trucks we got at the DC. All the Internationals. Every time you come in, you got to get a new truck because the driver before you had something wrong with the transmission. They probably will. Duke will probably win. I'm my team right here. Their basketball program is broken. They just I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say about Carolina's basketball. The Gamecocks. Men's basketball. And the women's basketball is really good. What do you mean? Do companies really put tater machines in the trucks? I don't know what you're asking. The reason I said that about the automatic, um, no, 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 they don't. Your logs just do that. Your logs are what records how long you stop and stuff. So they go by your logs. They know when you sign in. They know when you sign in to get ready to go. I know that. I've never drove. I rode in a lowboy before. I think that's the best motor they ever come out with is a cat. That is the best motor, in my opinion. Now I do like the Cummins, but the Cummins in I like the Detroits. Detroit's got a good engine. Yeah. The only thing about the GPS, I'm gonna say this. I used to be a trainer, and I got scolded because I was You were saying something about GPS and ELD. Let me say this. I was a trainer and was they said I was too hard on they said I was too hard of a driver because what I did was if they if they could read that map, they wouldn't have to use a GPS. The only time you really use GPS is when you get into the closer to your destination. And also you got a phone, you can call somebody. Or you got a your company should have look, you call and say, "Hey, can you give me directions?" You got a phone, you can use GPS on. The only thing uh don't go by it 100%. Don't never use a car GPS. That's the reason a lot of these people are messing up, going to a lot of these places, like in the back in the middle of the woods. I mean, why? That don't make no sense. Now I just, like I said, they wouldn't let me train no more because they said that the company wanted them to use the GPS the whole time, and I was always trained that the first the first defense is your map, your atlas, and what I would do, I would sit them down in driver's seat, and I put my atlas in front of them, and I say, "Okay, draw me a line to where you think that we would go. Say if we're going from Phoenix to Maryland, Baltimore, I would say, where would the best way to go?" I wouldn't leave them alone. I wouldn't leave them there to not realize what to do. I would help them out. I'd help them out. I'd tell them, I said, get you a sticky note. I said, write down your interstates that you think you're going to get off on to get to Maryland. Some of them were good about it, and some of them I had to, coach them on it. But I said, write down every interstate and put that sticky note on the dash and write it big enough where you can see the where to turn. So if you're going from Phoenix to Maryland, you would go 17 US or Interstate 17 North to I-40 East to uh I-65 North to I-80 East. Or no, I-70. I-70 East. I had some of them, and I even did that when I started driving. And like that, like my trainer told me he did the same thing. I would put down I was going from Phoenix to Maryland. I was going to go I-8 or no, let's see, I-10 to I-20 to 285 to 85 up through Virginia and all that, which that made sense. But you don't gain no um you don't gain no time that way because you're going through major cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas, and Atlanta. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Men, they're not here. They don't use the common sense today. They want to use a GPS. Which I mean, I don't have to have a GPS where I work at because I about know where every store is because I've been to them so many times. Oh yeah, I used to tell people all the time I never use a clutch. I used to say all the time I never use a clutch. Only time I use it when I was taking off. And I tell you what, I hated going into Atlanta in a oh god in a 10 speed in Atlanta or 9 speed or Super 9. We call them a Super 9 or Super 8. That's what they were, Super 8. I used to hate going into Atlanta about around 10 o'clock or from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Oh, I hated it. It was bumper to bumper the whole way. Wow. I didn't know they changed their own tires. This is no lie. Yeah, I got to be getting off here in a minute. But this is no lie. I had a driver or a mechanic come out one time and I had a blowout and I was driving from Atlanta to Wilmington, North Carolina, and I had a blowout in Whiteville, North Carolina, which was only like 50 miles from my destination at Costco. And this is no lie. This driver, this mechanic that was dispatched, made it there in 30 minutes. No, 10 minutes. He was there in 10 minutes. He had my tire changed in 30 minutes. And see, there was two of us that went to Wilmington. I was the first load. I was the 8 o'clock. I got the pallets and I'd bring them back to the house and take them to Beach Island the next morning. Well, the other driver was a 10 o'clock driver. And the only thing he had to do was just go there and get unloaded. But I made it that day, that after, it was on a Friday. I actually made it to pick up my pallets and I made it back home that night. Was still with 30 minutes to spare. I had 30 minutes when I pulled into the field out there. That was good to have a blowout and the mechanic came out that quick and I was able to get to the store, pick up the pallets and make it back home with 30 minutes left. And it was 632 miles. That's from Atlanta. That's from going from Atlanta to um, Wilmington and Wilmington back to my house because it was 430 from Atlanta to Wilmington, and it was 200. It was 200 from my house to Wilmington. Yep, I remember that. But I've enjoyed this one tonight. I hope y'all have too. This is gonna be it for this one. Now, my next time I'll be going live will be in 2 weeks. Like I said before on my other live stream, I won't be going live when I come home on. Oh yeah, good talking to you too. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, hope for running into you too. Uh, I won't be going home, or when I come home, what I mean, I won't be going live because, like I said, I need my home time for me and my wife. But if I'm in the van, if I'm going to a comic convention or something, a car show way off, I will be going live, which will be in 2 weeks. Be March the 14th. So, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please leave me some feedback in the comments below. Like, share, and comment on the videos. With all that said, be safe, God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one. And remember to let go and let God. Bye now.